Yeah, I've been out riding my infields this morning, and I've got a cast iron Bullet in the barn yet, all right, and I've got a Harley Sportster trike licensed, but it's crude compared to these, so there you go. Now, okay, so this is the first one I bought, 2019 Intercept Himalayan, and I've beat it hard, because that's what it was for, and it's not licensed at the moment, but she's running, and they're a cheaper motorcycle, they're a good bike, they're well worth the money, and if you want to just beat a bike up, they're the thing to have. Okay, then after that I bought my 2020 Interceptor, which has been the most reliable. It's been the best motorcycle I've ever owned in my life. I mean, 30,000 miles, just getting ready to turn over 30,000 with a sidecar ever since 800 miles. And, I got a subframe I'm using to mount the sidecar. I've added taller bars, risers, open pipes, headers, free flow air cleaner, super meter pegs, stainless steel fender, touring seat. But it's never, this thing is it just doesn't mess up, okay? 6 years I just did have to replace the battery. Unreal. All right, then I bought 3 this year. I know it sounds crazy, but I bought this one, this Trials, because I wanted a UCE, I wanted a 500 push rod twin, and I knew this one ended up being super cheap. I could get way more than what I paid for it quickly, and it's just immaculate, and there's no doubt that it's the highest quality. These are the highest quality UCE Bullet 500s ever made, those are. All right, and then I have this 2012, which I just love. It's the one I like to ride just as a motorcycle, no sidecar. I mean, it's just great. It's still got the drum brake. It's great, all right? And I really love it, man. It's not quite as quality made probably as this, but it's good. It's 70s Japanese quality. This is modern Japanese quality. This and this and this. That's probably 70s Japanese quality. But then I bought the first ever Royal Enfield Bullet 500 ever in the United States, okay? This is it at Baxter Cycles 1 week ago. The first Bullet 500 ever sold, Bullet 650, twin, ever sold in the United States of America. This is it right here. And boy, what a fine bike. It's really, really super planted. It's a great machine. Probably the best quality Bullet ever made. But, it's going to get a sidecar. And this will be the one I run around on as just a motorcycle around home. This is getting another sidecar on it. So, we're going to start them all up. And we'll start with this one because it's not as loud. Great bike, okay? Then we'll do this one because it's not so loud either. You gotta push the clutch in on this one though before you start. You gotta push the clutch in on this bike for some reason. Out of gear or not, you gotta push the clutch in. Okay. Then we'll start the Hemi, which is kind of loud. It's got a cam and an open exhaust, open air cleaner. All right. Then we'll start this baby, which makes your blood boil. I just love it, man. But all right. Then we'll start this beast. Yeah. think the new Bullet has a little more torque than this motorcycle stock. This thing, it sounds good. No snarls, you know. There you go. 5 running Royal Enfield motorcycles. The best motorcycles made out there. And the Bullet, the longest running motorcycle company on the face of the earth, continuous production since 1901. And the Bullets, that, and that are the longest running production motorcycle model on earth since 1932. All right, simple as that. And they are, you know, the easiest bikes to maintain, the easiest bikes, they're easy to get parts for, no matter what some people try to. I went to a dealer the other day and tried to get a battery. He says, oh, Royal Enfield didn't even use those batteries, say Royal Enfield. No, I took it out, it says Amarco, Royal Enfield Pro. It lasted for 6 years. And he tried to tell me you can't get parts for them for over after 6 years. I know that's a bunch of nonsense. He's talking about Harley Davidson and Indian, not Royal Enfield. I can get parts from Royal Enfield way back into the 50s, man. What the hell, he's lying, you know. But you gotta watch dealers, man. They might not even get you a part or tell you they can't order a part, trying to get you to buy, you know, a more expensive motorcycle, which I make more money off of. So by and large, they're full of shit. Crap, okay? Simple as that. So you gotta watch dealers, man. You know, sitting there trying to tell me all that nonsense. You know, I got a decent battery at him, a Mighty Max, but don't sit there and tell me. And he said he tried to get a fork leg for 2010 and couldn't get it from Royal Enfield. Well, so what? He can get it from, you know, all kinds of manufacturers in England, easy as hell. You know, 16 years is not 6 years. You know, and that's just because that old style fork leg like this one in 2010, that manufacturer that made the fork leg for him is no longer in business. But you can get all kind of aftermarket ones, and getting a used one would be no problem. But anyhow, all right, that's it. 5 Royal Enfield motorcycles running, a purpose-built adventure bike, an Interceptor, and 3 Bullets. There you go, buddy. There you go.